This game is absolutely crazy. I've just finished recording it, and I'm obviously recording the intro now. And oh my god, that was such a wild battle. I cannot wait for you guys to see this. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're battling versus Pokemaster88 in the Smogon PU tier from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There is a link in the description down below. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. And with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Ooh, Chris has brought a really cool looking team. He's got a Cacturne, an Oinkologne female, a Raichu, Squawkabilly, Pyroar, and a Flareon. Okay, so Dartrix isn't doing too much this game with the two fire types, the electric type and the flying type. But we got to watch out for that Lechonk. Not the Lechonk, the Oinkologne. Because obviously body pressing, we've already experienced it ourselves by using it ourselves. I'm thinking of leading with Camerupt. Camerupt looks like it's going to be good here for the Pyroar and the Flareon. Although Flareon's Facade will hit incredibly hard. Wugtrio is looking good. Wugtrio is looking good. It outspeeds pretty much all the team except from the Raichu, I believe. I think it's like a speed tie, maybe. No, I think it's I don't think it's a speed tie. I think it's outspeeds. Wugtrio looks good though. If we can get rid of the Cacturne. So I'm thinking lead with Camerupt. Or they don't have any ground type. They've got a Lightning Rod Raichu though. I say we lead with Camerupt and we just kind of go from there. That's probably the best course of action. And the battle begins. So Chris is going to lead off with Pyroar, as we obviously led off with Camerupt. So this is a good matchup for us. This is a real good matchup. We're especially defensive AF. We can take any hit this Pyroar wants to throw at us, no problem. And we can easily get up Stealth Rocks at the moment. So I'm looking at that team and I'm not seeing any Hazard Clearers, but I'm seeing two Fire types and a Flying type. So getting Stealth Rocks up is going to be pretty important here. I'm curious to see what they're going to do against this Camerupt though, other than maybe switch out into something like the Squawkabilly. They go straight for the Hyper Voice, which does a lot because he gets a critical hit, but even then, that still does a lot. It was easily doing 50% without the critical hit. So that's crazy damage. There's definitely choice specs, that's for sure. The only problem we've got now is I don't really have a switch in. I don't really have a switch in, but I think getting up the Stealth Rocks is going to be crucial here. So let's go ahead and... Can we switch out? Not really. I don't think Camerupt was doing much this game anyway, to be honest with you. Now that it's weakened, it's got no reliable recovery, so it's a bit different. I would Tera Water, but they're locked into Hyper Voice. So let's go for the Earth Power just in case. They go for another Hyper Voice. Takes out the Vesuvius, unfortunately, as it goes down. So that's a real shame. But what can you do about that? Not a lot, not a lot. We definitely don't want to go into Wugtrio, or we could go into Wugtrio, anticipate the switch into Cacturne, and then go into Crabominable. I think that's probably the best play we could go for because their whole team is weak to Crabominable's Drain Punches. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch back out. I'm going to make a double switch into Crabominable and hope for the best, really. So we're going to withdraw our Wugtrio. We're going to go into Crabominable. Looks like I think they will switch out here. If they don't, we lose our Crabominable here. They do withdraw the Pyroar. Are they going to go Cacturne? Cacturne is a perfect switch. They do go Cacturne. So Cacturne is a great switch there. Cacturne is a great switch there from my opponent. They're going to get some stones dug into them, which is always nice. I'm going to go straight for that Drain Punch right now because nothing on their team really wants to take a Drain Punch from enough Crabominable. They might go for a Spiky Shield here. If they do go for a Spiky Shield, it's not that big of a deal. We can handle that, no problem. They're going to withdraw the Cacturne as expected. What are they going to go into to take a Drain Punch, though? That's the real question. They're going to go into Flareon. Flareon is not a bad switch, I'd say that. It's going to get some Stealth Rock damage, which is great. We're going to hit it in the face with a Drain Punch, which is even better. Boosted by Iron Fist. Definitely going to take out that Flareon, no problem. Crabominable is actually a big threat, to be honest with you. It's a very big threat. In comes the Pyroar, as you would expect. So Pyroar is a very dangerous Pokemon for our team. We don't really have much that can switch into Pyroar. Stealth Rocks are going to take into effect, which is great. I am thinking of Tera Ring here into Tera Fairy. I believe we can take a Hyper Voice if we do. Let me just check the old special defense stats. I'm pretty sure we are invested. No, we're not invested. So I don't think we can take a hit from this thing. So what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to sack something. And they haven't got any hazard setters other than maybe spikes on Cacturne. So I think Dartrix is probably doing the least amount of good this game. So I'm going to bring Dartrix in. And this Pyroar, basically, every time it comes in, it's going to threaten something out. So we'll bring Dartrix in. Dartrix can sit here and do nothing. As it gets hit by an Overheat. So Overheat comes through. That's a really cool animation from Pyroar, by the way. That was a really cool animation. So special attack is going to harshly fall, which is always nice. as this means we can go straight back into our Crabominable. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Crabominable. And we can Tera into a Tera Fairy. And the reason I'm going to Tera Fairy is purely not only just to be, you know, not resistant, but neutral to the attacks from the Pyro, but also just so that we can, you know, not be weak to the Squawkabilly as well. So let's go for that. Tera is going to come through. It looks like they haven't Tera'd themselves to get that extra power, which makes a lot of sense. But it does look like they've stayed in. So we could get a KO on the Pyro right here. If we can, that's going to be crucial. So I'm wishing I didn't have I had something other than Fairy. But they do have Overheat. And they are going to miss the Overheat, which sucks so much for them. But I don't think it KO'd at -2 special attack. And we would have got loads of health back. So not too crucial of a miss. But Crabominable, once again, is proving to be a very big threat in the PU tier. In comes Slay All Day, the reliable partner, which is the Oinkologne. Oinkologne comes in, it's going to get hit by some Stealth Rocks. There's not really a lot you can do here, so let's just go for a Drain Punch and just take this thing out. They are going to Tera. Are they going to be Tera Ghost? That would be interesting if it was Tera Ghost. So we'll see what they're going to do here. They do Tera into Tera Ghost. Okay, so they are Ghost. Interesting. So Ghost Oinkologne comes through. I think that's actually what I ran on mine originally on the original team, but I changed it to Fighting. So they go for a Body Slam. It does some solid damage. It's going to get a Paralysis as well, so the Hacks is there. That makes up for the fact that they missed that Overheat earlier. And we're going to pop a Lumberry, which I forgot about once again. I forgot about the Lumberry in this game, last game, and it's just one of those things, I think. So they are actually going to reveal they have leftovers, which is interesting. So Slay All Day. I can't even see it past Crabominable's Claw. I think we go for an Ice Hammer here. I'm just going to stay in with our Crabominable. They go for a Yawn. Okay, that's cool. Phil is going to grow Drowsy. We're going to go for that Ice Hammer. It's boosted by Iron Fist, I believe. It's going to do some solid damage to the Oinkologne. But obviously they do have Thick Fat, which is going to take into effect. It's going to give it a kind of like a resistance to ice, but not an official resistance. So got a couple of options here. I'm inclined to go into Raichu because obviously we can take a Body Slam. We don't have to worry about paralysis from Body Slam, basically. But that's going to bait out their Raichu. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to run away. I'm going to go for another Ice Hammer here. And the reason being is that... Oh, it's Play Roughing. Okay, Play Rough is fine. Going to get a critical hit. Ice Beam. Ice Hammer is going to come through. Take out the Oinkologne. So there we go. Down it goes. We do unfortunately lose Crabominable here, though, because we're going to get put to sleep, and we have no real switch-ins to the rest of the team. So Oinkologne goes down, which is unfortunate for the opponent, but at the same time, they can easily finish off my Crabominable now. So we do fall asleep, which is a shame. Let's see what's going to happen here. In comes Cacturn. So Cacturn is a good one. It's going to be able to get up some spikes if it wants to. It's going to also be able to finish us off with whatever it wants to go for, really. So I'll go for a Drain Punch just on the off chance. But they do, in fact, go for spikes because they've got one guaranteed turn of sleep from us. So they got one guaranteed turn of sleep, which is absolutely fine. Next turn, I think they can just go straight. I think they'll just go straight for an attack and take us out. I'm going to let Crabominable go down as they do go for the Energy Ball. Good job taking advantage of that one turn of sleep, though, to get a layer of spikes up. That could matter quite a lot. So down goes Crabominable, unfortunately. Did really good, though, again, this game. It took out a couple of Pokemon. Really, really good. It took out the Oinkologne. It took out the Pyroar of all things. And it took out the Flareon of all things. Like, really? Oh, wow. Okay, so anyway, what are we going to do here? So Cacturn's in. It's going to have Dark Pulse, probably. The only thing we have to hit it is Raichu. So I'm going to go into Raichu real quick. And basically, we're going to have to go for a Focus Blast. And the reason I say have to go for a Focus Blast is because I don't really have any way of touching this Cacturn outside of Focus Blast. So we'll go for a Focus Blast and hope we can hit. They might go for a Sucker Punch to get some damage off. It shouldn't KO Raichu from the health that we're at, though. They're going to withdraw the Cacturn. All we have to do is hit the Focus Blast. That's all we have to do. They're going to go into Squawkabilly. Squawkabilly's a fine switch here. Let's see what it does here. Let's see if it can hit the Focus Blast. That's all we have to do. Hit the Focus Blast. We hit the Focus Blast! Hit the Focus Blast. Choice Specs. Gonna take out the Squawkabilly. Oh, the Focus Miss came through. I can't believe it. That's brilliant. I mean, I can believe it, but at the same time, I can't believe it because I never hit Focus Blasts. In comes Raichu. So Raichu's a tough one here. Nice and shiny. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Anyway, Raichu is basically going to be the key to winning this game. If we can hit a Focus Blast or two. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into my Wugtrio. The reason I'm going to Wugtrio is A, they're not going to go for an electric attack here. They probably go for something else. And B, we outspeed. So if they don't go... Oh, I don't like Wugtrio's cry. It's a bit weird, that is. A bit bizarre. They go for a Surf, which is obviously going to do naff into us. Absolutely naff into us. Now I'm going to go for a Stomping Tantrum. Or, no, better yet, I want to get as much damage off on the Cacturn as possible. So I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch here because Sucker Punch will fail, which means Stomping Tantrum's power will be doubled the next turn. So we'll go for Sucker Punch expecting the Cacturn to come in, which is fine. Looks like a bad play, but it's actually going to work out really nicely for us. So we'll go for a Sucker Punch, and we basically have to hope this Cacturn doesn't have Sucker Punch. That's all we got to do. So we'll go for a Stomping... I'm locked into Choice Band. Never mind. I forgot I had Choice Band. a Choice Band. Oh my god. I can't believe I just did that. I guess we go for a Sucker Punch then. Sucker Punch comes through. Does a lot of damage to the Cacturn, which is great, as they go for an Energy Ball and are able to take out our Wugtrio. So that's unfortunate that had to happen. Because I forgot we were choice banded. It sounded good in my head. Go for Sucker Punch, make it fail, then go for Stomping Tantrum to make the power doubled. But that's not going to work out that way when you're choice locked into choice band, Jack. Come on. Really? Oh, really? Let's go Raichu again. And it's all going to come down to Raichu. So that was a complete failure. Absolutely complete failure. Complete and utter failure. So, we've got Raichu in the back, we've got Focus Blast, and we need to hit the Focus Blast. We need to live the Sucker Punch and hit the Focus Blast. That's what we need to do right now. Let's go for it. Let's see what we can do. They go for a Spiky Shield to see what we're going to lock ourselves into, which is fair enough. So they've got Spiky Shield, they've got Spikes, they've got Energy Ball. Are they going to have Dark Pulse or are they going to have Sucker Punch? That's the real question. So let's go for that Focus Blast real quick. We'll go for the Focus Mist. They go for the Sucker Punch. Can we live? We lived on 3 HP. Can we hit the Focus Blast? We hit the Focus Blast. We hit the Focus Blast after living on 3 HP. That could not have worked out more perfect. Oh my lord. We actually just did that. That's crazy. Raichu is just crazy swiftly dodging everything in sight. Now their Raichu comes in. Can we hit one more Focus Blast? That's the real question. Can we please? Missed! We missed! It had to miss at some point. Let's be honest, it had to miss at some point. So Buzzington does go down, which is a real shame. We had to miss at some point. It comes down to Gothitelle. Gothitelle doesn't do anything the entire game, but it's going to all come down to Gothitelle. So let's see how this works for us. So Spikes are going to dig in. We go for a Psychic. Hopefully Psychic's enough to take it out. They go for a nasty Plot. Oh no, that's not good. That is not good at all. We go for a Psychic. Let's see if it takes it out. I don't think it's going to take it out, but let's see. No, it's not nearly enough damage to take it out. As we do get some leftover recovery, which is nice. But they are now +2 in special attack. Can Gothitelle live a Thunderbolt at +2 special attack? Let's find out right now. Let's go for that Psychic. They go for the T-Bolt. Can we live? We live! Gothitelle came through! Oh, Raichu and Gothitelle are going on the thumbnail big time. Gothitelle just tanked. This is physically defensive Gothitelle as well. It's not specially defensive. Physically defensive. That's crazy. That was a really fun game. GG, Chris. I tell you what, every time I battle Pokemaster 88, there are always brilliant battles. It's always a big GG. Fire emojis everywhere. It's amazing. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all the wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.